Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all around the world. This is Eric Lamar Smith, a host of a Whole New Me show. And I want to thank you very, very much for having the desire and allowing me this time to just share some things that I'm excited about that are on my heart and just taking time out of your evening. You could be doing some things on your own. You could be relaxing, you could be working out, you could be focused on yourself. But thank you for the opportunity to share. Um, I have some things that I want to share with you. Obviously, many of you know me, you understand the journey. I've talked about the story. Just like to take a quick second and just let everybody introduce themselves before I dive into myself. You're on mute, which is great, so thank you for keeping the sound out, but I don't mind the sound because I like for each of you just to kind of come off mute, introduce yourself, and because this whole thing with a whole new me, before we do all that, uh, as part of a whole new me, this is about personal transformation. So in introducing yourself, I'd like for you to talk about who you are, where you live, and what is going on with you personally and your transformational goals. So I think Kathy's already off mute. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Kathy.
Hi, I'm Kathy Chapman. I'm in Houston, Texas, of course, where everything is bigger and better. Unfortunately, it's the bigger part that concerns me. I have blossomed. I'm 5'1". Okay, Eric. I am I'm 5'1", and I have blossomed to 200 pounds. So at 5'1", you can imagine that doesn't look that's on the charts. It says I'm obese. So that is of concern to me. At this point, presently, I am going to my cardiologist every day. I am doing a program which is called ECP, which in essence is a manual rotor-rooter, if you will. Rather than him going in and unblocking my heart, I lay on a machine for every day for an hour, and they push pulses from my lower extremity higher to kind of balloon, if you will, my blood vessels. And the objective is to open them a bit more. So when you already see that there are some issues, I'm 58 by the way, so when there are already some issues, you kind of understand that toxins live in fat. And so to lose the fat, a byproduct of that is getting healthy. So yes, I am looking to do some transformation. For my height, I should be about 130 to 140. So as I've mentioned, I've got about 60 pounds looking for a new home. I don't really care who else is, just not in my home. So that's kind of where I am. I know that there's some issues, and I am trying to address them now.
Well, Kathy, thank you very much for sharing that. And we're excited for the fact that you've taken a step in acknowledging that. And so you're well on your way. Those pounds are on their way releasing from you, and it's about to say bye-bye. So welcome. Glad you're on the call tonight or on the hangout. Let's see who's next. Who wants to jump in? How about you, Miss Angela?
I guess.
All right, talk to us.
Hi, everyone. I'm Angela. I'm about 10 minutes from New Orleans. I'm in a little town called Gretna. It's Gretna, Louisiana. I'll be 50 this year. I'm trying to lose about 50 pounds. So, I started about 2 months ago. Well, I really got serious about 2 months ago, and I think I'm about maybe 10 pounds down, but I was like 240 maybe maybe like 6 months ago, and I lost like 30 pounds, but I gained most of it back. So I got serious about this thing about 2 months ago, and I've met some great people like Eric and a couple of more people that really motivates me. So I'm back on track, and I'm really going to do this thing this time, and I'm not looking back.
Now that's the spirit. That's what I'm talking about. I love to hear that. You say you're not looking back. Keep looking
No.
forward. You know, they say in your
Yes.
vehicle, your front window is bigger than your rearview mirror. So you should be looking forward, not driving backwards. So way to go, Angela.
Yes.
And I see your videos and I see you putting it down out there, girl. So
Yes. And my
congratulations.
grandchildren, and my grandchildren is I'm doing it for myself, but I look at my grandbabies and it really makes me want to live a long, long life. So,
They need their grandmother. You're right.
yes,
And I've seen
yes,
the pictures. You've
yes.
got some cuties. My goodness, girl.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
way to go. Well, we've got some. I want to share some things tonight that I definitely think is going to benefit so many people, and I'm excited about it. So, and we have Dr. Tate. Dr. Tate, please tell us about you, girl, and what's going on in your world.
Hey, I'm Melita Tate. I'm a primary care doctor in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and that's where I met Eric. And I am working on my own personal journey too of health and wellness, not just for me, but also for my patients. I'm very interested in ways to get well without or to lose not weight, but to lose medications. So as the pounds come off, a lot of our need for medications come off, and many doctors aren't really open to that, and so that's where I'm trying to shine and give my patients hope to look forward to going backwards, not instead of just adding more medicines to take until up till the end, to look at having a goal of coming off blood pressure medicines if at all possible. And I'd say the vast majority of people, as they begin to get well, can do that. And some people, few people genetically can't. But that's where I'm at with patients, and with myself too, wanting to get more fit, get more healthy, have more energy, and live my full, vibrant, my best self.
Thank you. And I am from Oklahoma. Dr. Tate is. I'm going to mute you out, Angela. And if you want to say something, just come off of mute, okay? There you go. Thank you. I'm from Oklahoma, and Dr. Tate and I met, interesting enough, on my second visit to her clinic. And it was one of those, I told her this the other day. I said, I came to your clinic for the second time, and I wasn't happy about it because I just thought this doctor's trying to get more money out of me because I just need my blood pressure medicine and I don't need to come in for an appointment. Just prescribe the damn thing for me. That's how I felt then. And I told her I'm so grateful that we had the session we did because I was sitting on her table. I'll just tell you guys this quick story. I was sitting on her table and she said, you know, one of the medicines you're taking has a statin that causes obesity. And I said, what? It's the medicine? I've been trying all this time. You mean it's a medicine? And then she went on to talk about the FDA and her personal philosophy. And I looked at her and I was like, what kind of doctor are you? Every doctor I know is trying to put people on medicine. You trying to take them off? Come on now. And she had my attention from that day. And it's been a blessing, because she is on a mission to get her patients off medication. So I'm glad to have her on tonight. And she's been a part of my journey as well. I text her updates what's going on with me, even though I have a doctor here in St. Pete or in Tampa where I live. But the other day when I went to the doctor and I texted her my blood pressure readings and she celebrated with me. So this is the kind of person that has been on my team that I'm introducing to everyone else and so forth. So as I share my story, it was last year that I was feeling extremely ill, was afraid to go to sleep at night, and was having near blackout spells driving, and I would have to pull off to the side of the road. And I told her about one of these episodes, and she chastised me and told me to get my butt to the emergency room next time it happens too. So fortunately, I started my program and the weight started coming off. I'm a few ounces away from, really close to 50 pounds into my program. My goal is another 105 to 110 or so, and that's where I would like to be. So that's real quick story about me, but the thing that I wanted to get into tonight, when I started A Whole New Me show, is because it was my outlet to use my professional business skills in producing web shows, which I help Dr. Tate in promoting her clinic through video. And she's one of the only few doctors I know that will get on a video camera and talk to her audience, and people get value. So those are the things that I naturally do and have been doing for quite some time. And so I decided to put something together to where I could help myself, but promote people that were helping me. And that was my intention and motivation when I started back in September. And that's what I continue to do. So you see the live streams that I do and so forth, which, by the way, I like to just get your feedback. What do you think of some of the live streams and the exercise and the food and so forth? Please just jump off mute and just give me some comments about that.
I think they're great, Eric. This is Kathy. I've gave you back some feedback from things that I've learned already from your show. I appreciate you being completely transparent when there are things that you're surprised about, things that you don't anticipate. We see that. What we get are honest responses, and I think that when you're on a journey, everything doesn't go as it is mapped out, and the value is not just everything being completed in 60 minutes with commercials, but the value is when you do fall off, or when it does go one way when you anticipate it going another, we can see how you respond. And I think that helps us, and I know that it helps me tremendously.
Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. And that's my intention, is to share so others can benefit, give comment, give me encouragement. And if I know that you're waiting, then it keeps me going, because I can't let you down. If I know Angela's going to be watching my training and possibly doing some of the things that I'm doing, I've got to go do it. So, I mean, tell me what you think, Angela.
I think it's great. I really look forward to the shows, especially when you go and get the wrapping done. I have never heard of that until I saw you get it done. And I'm
One of my
gonna
more
look into that
embarrassing
too.
moments of life.
That's okay. But it teaches me not to be embarrassed about, my body, and it teaches me stuff like that, and I really, really enjoy it. And I'm gonna look into that too. I'm really gonna look into having that done for myself. So thank you so much for everything you're doing.
Thank you. And what you're seeing is that's a piece of the pieces that I've put together for myself. As you hear me talk about, I have a chiropractor. I have a mental therapy coach who helps me deal with food addiction issues. I have my medical doctor. I have Dr. Tate. I have my personal trainer. I have a chef. I have a yoga instructor. I get acupuncture. And so what I'm going to be doing is teaching everyone how to integrate and use these and building your team. Because, see, here's the problem. The problem in the situation that we're dealing with today is that there's a high cost of meds. I went to go get my blood pressure medicine the other day, and it went up $20. And I said to myself, what, is there a bigger demand of this medicine or something? Why did the medicine go up? So we got high cost of medication, which again, we have Dr. Tate, who's trying to help people, who's not trying. That's part of the vocabulary that will be out of the dictionary of words in the whole New Me community. So just FYI, we don't use that word. Some of us are afraid to sleep. I know I was afraid to sleep, and that's a huge problem. And if we can't sleep at night, we cannot release weight. But if we're sick or if we're not feeling great, I know I was feeling like if I go to sleep, this could be my last breath. Poor quality of life. And you can chime in if you see other problems. Low energy or poor energy. A lack of time. We should be going to the gym. We should be preparing food differently. But it seems like we just have a lack of time. And then just other health issues. Kathy mentioned some things that she's having to go through. So when we deal with these problems, This is what we're faced with today. However, let's talk about a solution. The solution is improving the quality of our meals, personal training, counseling, and pampering ourselves, showing ourselves love. If we were to start doing these things, we will see improvement. Would you agree? But then there's a problem with those solutions, and it's a lack of funds sometimes to get all that done. You know, sometimes I hear people talk about, I wish I could eat better. I even hear people tell me, you have a chef. I wish I could afford to have someone cook my meals. I mean, how many of you would love to have someone preparing your meals for you or helping you when it comes to meal planning and so forth? Would that be awesome? Hello?
Oh, I got it.
Are you getting text messages? So, okay, she'll have to come back. But think about that. How many of us would love to have someone help us? But are these problems for real? Lack of funds? Or is it a lack of funds, or is it a misallocation of funds? So what I like to talk about are solutions. How do we overcome the challenges so that we can get the things that we need? And this is one of the reasons why I've put together the Whole New Me process, because what I've identified, my background before I got into social media marketing and things of this nature is financial planning. And before that, I was in education. So in the financial planning area, there are some things that I decided that I want to bring to A Whole New Me, because A Whole New Me is more than just about weight loss. It's not just about releasing weight. It's about identifying the reasons why we have the situations we have. Perhaps it's financial, perhaps it's business stress, perhaps it's a variety of things. And so if we can start identifying those problems, would you agree that if we can eliminate the causes, most likely the weight will start falling off by itself? And so one of the things that I notice, particularly with people that are wage earners, meaning you have a W-2 on your job, is that the average person, the average wage earner in the United States is going to overpay in taxes an extra $300 a month taken out of their paychecks, which totals up to about $3,600 a year. If you could put an extra $300 a month back into your take-home pay, maybe $400, $500, I'm just using a low number as an example. You could be more. What could you do with that? Could that be a little bit of money toward personal training? Could that be a little bit of money toward meals that a chef can prepare for you? Could that be money toward a massage, a body wrapping? If you could recover and find out how this money is escaping out of your budget. So this is one of the things that I'm going to be incorporating in the Whole New Me membership, is teaching people how to recover this money right here annually. Now, it gets even worse. If a person has a child or children, the average family is overpaying monthly about $500, because the average tax return with families with children is around $6,000 a year. So that means that $500 a month families are overpaying in taxes, and actually that number is even higher than that. But most people don't know how to recapture that. Just by a show of hands, if you could recapture a number like this, or even a number like this, and put that back into your paycheck each month, would that be of value to you so that you can put it towards your health plan?
Yes. This is Kathy. Yes.
Yeah. And so, besides teaching financial principles so that we can eliminate financial stress, Kathy said, sign me up. Okay, done. Let me message me the credit card and I'll go ahead and process it. But seriously, when we can start identifying some of the root issues that's causing us stress that does not allow us to really do the things we're supposed to do. I mean, none of us on this call are spring chickens, but we're not over the hill, okay? So if we did not have to work out as hard, if we could change our diets, if we knew what our blood types were and start adjusting our meals, if we knew what our allergies were to certain foods and we could avoid those, would it make it easier then for the body to just naturally start releasing the pounds? Why do we have to do things the traditional way everything is always taught? Count this much here, and you can only have this portion here. Why can't we just enjoy eating? Why can't we just enjoy life? I'm not saying overindulge, but just know what we should eat and what we shouldn't eat, and just let the body take care of itself. Now, I would like some feedback from you guys. I mean, what do you think about that? I'm not here preaching to the choir. I'm just giving you my thoughts because that's what I've been doing. I don't count calories. I just enjoy every day. I work out, I train. I do not count calories. I know I should drink water, so I drink water, and the weight's coming off. What do you guys think?
The first part of diet is DIE. Nobody likes to do that. Nobody wants to be deprived. So if you can live, if you're eating to live, as opposed to conscientiously thinking every time your elbow bends and something goes in your mouth, well, my goodness, what am I doing wrong? Are you being so stressed about it? Stress is one of those things that adds the weight. But if you can look forward to what you're going to eat as being nutritious and you know that it is feeding your soul as well as allowing you to have nutrition, then you don't feel so badly about what you're going to put in your mouth and you're not constantly being guilty. Oh my goodness, I know I shouldn't have had that. And now that's that endless cycle of eating and being depressed. That doesn't work at all.
So you're right, Kathy. And interesting enough you said that. I have a list here. One of my business coaches has me writing, and I'm announcing it to you guys. So I mentioned it today in my training, and I didn't go into too much detail, but I'm writing a book. And the book is called A Whole New Me. Believe it or not, the book is called A Whole New Me. And so what he has me doing is writing out chapter titles of the book. I'm going to show you, and then yesterday we spent time rewriting what I wrote, and he gave me revised titles so that people are more excited about reading. But I'm going to put this up here, and if you could see, I wrote, It's Not a Diet. That's one of the chapters that I wrote that's going to be in the book. Well, we changed that to, if you can read my writing, eliminating the die out of diet. So that's going to be a chapter. So your comment, Kathy, thank you very much, but you're right on point. Because this is the lifestyle and the community that my desire to build within A Whole New Me globally is about helping people enjoy the journey. I mean, do you guys think I'm having a lot of fun just based on my videos and everything, or do you think I'm acting?
No, it's very personable, and it's you. If anybody knows you, they can see what you're doing. They're seeing when you're happy. They're seeing when you're not quite excited about something. They're seeing when you're surprised about something. You know, when you're transparent, what you have to understand is we're not excited about showing up in our chonies. Nobody wants to let everybody see what they look like in their underwear. So for you to do it gives us a little bit closer walk with, okay, I can do that as well. It also opens up, as Angela said, I never heard of rapping. it gives us other ideas. Some of the times the reason you get in trouble is because you don't know what to do after you've gotten there. Ignorance keeps us in trouble. Pride keeps us there. So
So,
if you're lowering that wall of pride, and this is a safe place where we can talk about our successes and other people celebrate with us, and when we fall on our face, people help us to okay figure out what do we need to do. Then that's a whole other community. So that works.
so you're absolutely right. And Dr. Tate is tripping because she says I'm not a very good actor. And interesting enough, when her and I met, and I started talking to her about producing a show for her clinic, she's the one that said yes, because I've always wanted to be a soap opera actress, and I remember that day. So yeah, she can judge me. No, I'm not acting, and you're right. I am enjoying this journey, and there are things that I said no, I better share it with people. Now there are some things I have not shared, and that was, and I'll tell you guys, I wasn't going to live stream the colonics treatments that I did. I'm sorry. I wasn't going to get that close in person. No, but anyway, I will talk about it, and I do explain that, and I'll have the person who did it. She's going to be coming on to some of the shows to explain that process and some of those benefits. And I want everybody to come off. You don't have to just stay on mute. If you got some comments about this, please chime in. Go ahead, Doc.
Oh, I was just listening to you talk about, I think it was Kathy that was just speaking about not everybody will show up in his underwear. I wanted to know when he did show up in his underwear because I missed that episode and I want to see that one if he did.
Yeah, that was the body wrapping video.
I'll have to check that one out. But I appreciate your ability to be real with everyone. You've just been so authentic, so just level to the, just humble in a way that makes us more able to relate and come in and be our own selves, which when we're all our best version of ourselves, our most real version of ourselves, that's where we can make changes. So I agree with Kathy. Everything she said, that's true about you.
Well, thank you, and that is the truth because that is what my heartfelt desire is. I mean, when I'm doing this for me. Now, if you want to benefit from it, come on along. But I'm doing it for me because I have to get to the point where I need to be. I have to get off this medication. I cannot be allowing this to rob my body of minerals. Now that I'm aware of it, you see, now I can do something about it. So that's why I do it. And then the ability to have people join me walking is great. And then when other people tag me in their videos that they're out doing some things, that's even awesome too. So, as I was saying, the book is being written. Some of the titles, I'll just share with you. Some of the titles is I wrote a title, "Committed to the Journey." It was rewritten to "Passion Doesn't Produce Commitment. Commitment produces passion," and that is a critical thing. Another title is "Why Environment Trumps Willpower." And we're going to be talking about surroundings, cultures, and different things like that and how that affects the challenges that we have. The most powerful drug on earth. What do you think that is, Angela?
I have a guess.
Go ahead, Kathy.
Sugar.
Well, food. We're classifying it as food, but sugar is very powerful drug. Absolutely. Go ahead.
The most powerful drug on earth?
Go ahead.
Laughter.
Well, okay.
Sorry, it's the best medicine. That's what it says. So I'm thinking that I'm right. I got scripture to back it up.
Okay. Well, you have to read the chapter. But this is why I have a coach that's helping me structure these chapters.
I'm sorry, Eric. You caught me off guard, okay? I was eating some...
Go ahead. You were having a snack, Angela? Hey, I think I have not acknowledged Desiree that has joined us all the way from Arkansas. How are you doing tonight, young lady? Just come off mute and say hello. I don't know if she can hear me or not. Okay, there you are.
Hello.
Welcome. How are
Me?
you? Yes, I can hear you.
I'm great. How are you?
Fantastic. Where are you coming from? Where do you live?
I'm in Gillette, Arkansas.
Gillette, Arkansas. Am I the only East Coast person on this thing? My goodness, I got all this Central Time Zone folks. Where are my local people? I'm glad you guys are here. This is all that matters. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. Tell us a little bit
Thank you.
about yourself and the journey you're on. And we want to hear a little bit about your story, and we're going to keep moving through this.
Um, well, after having talked with you, I've been really working on trying to get my weight down so that I can get healthy. I mean, it's about being unhealthy at the same time. I just want to be healthy because I have children and I want to be here and be present. I've been through a lot of health issues in this past year, so I've been doing some work on my eating and exercising, so it's really been working out good.
Congratulations. I'm glad to hear that. So, story with Desiree and I am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Oh, it's
No,
Cherie. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Cherie Dennis. I'm putting your last name and first name all. I apologize. Cherie. That's my
Yes,
sister's name. I should remember
it's
that. That's
fine.
my sister's. She spells it a little bit different though. But about a month ago, when I was in Destin, there was a video that was done, and thankfully, her and her fiance reached out to the gentleman that did a video introducing us because we had some common concerns about sleep, and that's one of the things that I talk about as a huge problem that I'm starting to realize is a bigger issue for more people. So we want to make sure sleep is not a fear that people have. We have on the call with us tonight Kathy from Houston, Texas, and we have Angela from New Orleans, and Dr. Melita Tate from Tulsa, Oklahoma, my former doctor in Tulsa. So thank you for joining tonight. And all we've talked about is just some of the problems. I mean, we've talked about some of the solutions and the financial challenges, and those financial challenges sometimes are a roadblock for allowing us to invest in ourselves to get better quality of meals, to have better preparation of our meals, trainers, things of that sort. And so I was talking about the issue of taxes and how much money people are overpaying each month, and how if people can start recouping some of this money that's escaping their budgets, could it be used in a progressive manner back towards your health journey? Now, let me throw one last question. What if you could recoup this money and put it back towards your health journey and write it off? How would you feel about that? Would that be powerful? If you could write off your personal training, write off all this stuff that we're doing to improve health, what if you could write it off? Well, let me not hold you in suspense. This is why I'm talking about A Whole New Me and the membership program. Is because A Whole New Me, again, as I said, is more than just a weight release program. It's a personal, transformational system that's going to help people in so many areas of their life. Health, finance, business. Now, I'm not a relationship coach or anything like that, but oftentimes, if we could fix the health issue, that will build up the confidence issue. And if we fix the financial issue, that will build up the confidence issue and reduce the stress issue. And it just seems like when all that stuff is working in place, then the relationship stuff just magically can happen. So I'm not Steve Harvey, Although he's one of my heroes that I like to watch. But if we can start fixing these issues, it's my belief that everything else that we want in life is going to happen. Go ahead, Angela. Girl, don't just give a thumbs up. Come on up there and give a hallelujah. Give a shout out. Come on now.
Yes. I agree. I'm just trying to be quiet because, excuse me, y'all, I'm chewing on some raw almonds because I came in from Bible study and I missed dinner, but I didn't want to miss this call. So, but I agree with everything you're saying.
Okay, great. So the purpose of what I'm getting at and what I wanted to really dive into is that my goal with our membership is that, number one, I want to take care of this financial problem, because this right here, for a lot of people, these numbers that are being robbed out of their budget, if we could put this back into a family's budget, there are so many things that you can do. Even if it was just signing up for a cooking class that Ray does and just watching and then going buying those things, preparing it just like he's doing. You don't have to have your own chef. You can just watch mine. If we could put this back into people's budgets, and you can go put that into a gym membership or go put that back into body wrapping as you're losing weight and keeping your skin tight, we're not changing anything out of your normal budget that you have ever used. And so that's what I want to do, putting together a comprehensive plan. So what I want to share with you is the annual membership for A Whole New Me in itself, because of what we're going to do. I personally guarantee you that if you follow the weeks of training that I'm going to do, because the Whole New Me show, it has not started yet. You all have just seen episodes of me training for the last 8 months. It's been working up to the show. The show now is going to launch in June, and it's going to be a weekly show. I wanted you to meet Dr. Tate because one of the shows that we're going to do next month is we're going to talk about a topic of a question I asked, and then I went on Google and searched it. Why doesn't my doctor seem to care? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Have you ever gone and visit the doctor and it seems like it was just in and out? You didn't really get the attention that you needed. You didn't get the answers, and it didn't seem like he cared. Has that happened to any of you on this call?
Most times, yes. It seems as though you're on a schedule. They have X amount of people to see within the time frame, and it's kind of like a cattle herd. Get them in, get them out, get them over, collect the money, next.
Well, this is why, because I went to my doctor the other day, and now I had lost nearly 45 pounds, and I was a little disappointed that I got no acknowledgement from my doctor that I had lost the weight, and he had checked my blood pressure, and it was amazing. And I was like, is he really even paying attention? So I had a conversation with Dr. Tate. And then she went into saying some stuff to me, and I was like, wow, people need to understand a few things that goes on in the medical industry so that you can be better prepared when you go to the doctor. That's going to be a valuable episode that I'm going to be interviewing her on. That's going to be brought to our members. So the membership to A Whole New Me annually is $1,997, well worth the price, because we're going to put back into your pocket a minimum of $3 to $5, $6 grand. This is simply an investment that you make into yourself. However, the reason why this call is called the Founders Club is because during a promotional period, I am reducing the price of the membership because we want to start getting people enrolled in A Whole New Me, and we're reducing the price down to $997 for a promotional period of time. And once that promotional period of time is up and we're having results and people are raving about what you're experiencing and what you're learning on the weekly calls, because these are going to be private calls. Just like we're doing here, these are going to be private in a Facebook group, just to members only. I'm not going deep as on the shows that you see on Facebook and all that. I'll still be doing all that stuff. That's not going to change because I'm sharing my journey. That was the intention when it started, and it's still the intention, and nothing's going to change. But with the members are going to experience a designated time each week. And if you can't get on, it'll be recorded, and you can watch the replay. But when you can get on live, now for the members, not everyone's going to be live like we're live here. You'll be watching as we're live talking, and you'll be in a place where you can interact and ask questions still, because there will be too many members to be able to get on. But then I'll be highlighting members, and so I'll be bringing members onto the platform like this. But this is going to be, I already have about 40 episodes outlined for you that we're going to be dealing with, from finance to health, teaching you how to build your team, cooking shows, etc. For a special group of people during this promotional period, the door is opened up now for you to be considered founding members. Now, before I jump into founding members, I want to just address the benefits of a person making a commitment. As I said, during this promotional period is $9.97 or $97 a month. Well worth the value. But when a person pays the $9.97 and makes a commitment for a full year, they will save $200 instead of paying $97 a month. So they're going to save. They'll pay the $97, but then they'll also be considered an affiliate. Now, what's an affiliate? An affiliate is someone that will get their own special link and share with other people that they want to invite. There is a culture. I'm not wanting just everybody. This is not opened up for the world. Not just anyone can be a member of A Whole New Me, because there is integrity, there's a culture, there's a commitment, there's support. We protect one another. We're not embarrassing each other. So it has to be like-minded people that are approved to come in. But when you refer someone, then you will receive a referral thank you commission. Now, this is not a network marketing thing or anything like that. You're not going to get paid on that referral, refer someone. No, that's not what it is about. It's just a simple thank you for bringing someone into the community. But there's more. For being a founding member for just a very, very short period of time, to the first of the month, for $4.97, you can become a full benefit member as if you paid the $9.97. Now, you can still pay the $97 a month, but you're not a full benefit member. You won't have the affiliate commission and so forth. But I'm making an offer to each and every one of you that are on here tonight. $4.97, and you'll have the full year membership of the Whole New Me membership. You're going to be able to get a weekly show, at least 48 episodes. I may have to take a month vacation. Somebody will have to take over, do something. But there's going to be assignments. I mean, you're going to learn live streaming. You're going to learn how to create your own business inside of a business, which is one of the key nuggets to getting that money back and saving money on your taxes. I'm going to be teaching that to you. This is going to be a very fun, powerful, event-filled membership throughout the course of the year, because I'll be teaching you how to set up your own Facebook pages so that you can start documenting and sharing and helping other people. I mean, isn't that amazing? So that you can start sharing your journey with others and getting paid for it. Not that that's your motivation, but it's an additional reward and benefit so that you can reinvest money back into yourself to continue to get the services and the pampering that you need so that you become a whole new me. So for anyone that takes advantage of that within the next 24 hours, I'm going to give you a personal 30-minute coaching consulting call. And if you take advantage of it before the first, it's still a great value. You just won't get the extra bonus time that I'll provide to you. But I would love to be able to consult with each and every one of your goals and give you a spearhead plan based on my experience and what has helped me. So I would like to invite you to ask your questions. I would love to hear your comments. And there is more to the memberships. There are other levels, but that's all I really wanted to talk about tonight. I will address it before we end. I'll let you know some of the other things that I'm doing. But this is how a person gets started with a whole new me. And I want to welcome you, if it's your choice, to the Founders Club. Any questions?
I think it's great, Eric. I know that there are a lot of questions that I have about how to kind of, if you will, come out of the shadows. You've been very brave about being transparent, and us ladies are not really excited about showing up anywhere in our panties. So to have, well,
I
not
like
on public,
I like how you said that. That was so cute.
well,
I
not on
got
public
it.
TV anyway.
Got it. Got
But
it. And we don't
but
recommend that.
yeah, but to be able to, first of all, get some help for ourselves, and then to turn around and be able to potentially assist some other persons, because we have gleaned value from you. We have watched you identify that there is a problem. We've seen your concerns, your legitimate concerns about your health, and your bravery in attacking them, and then allowing us to kind of, from the shadows, tag along. And as you were doing that, then it made us aware that there's somebody else out there. We're not alone. We have a format of which we can share our successes, cry about our failures, but more importantly, have a community that cares. And to be able to monetize that is one thing, but be able to be shown how to monetize that, and to have a coach that can direct us to say, this is a great way to go. No, that probably is not the thing to do. That's pretty personal and on hand, and that's kind of heads us on the freeway to doing several other things, I would think. So I think it's an excellent thing.
Well, thank you very much. Any other, well, let me just address that. And that's one of the reasons why the steps of putting this together is that the private Facebook group and the way Facebook works is such a great tool, because once it's private and then the things that are done, it's only shared inside of that group. So like even the live streams, we'll be able to live stream the different things that we're doing only into that group. Not the rest of the world of Facebook will see that. And that's a powerful thing. And so it's not shareable outside of Facebook. You can share into it if you're an administrator and so forth, but you can't share out of that. So that's a powerful thing. Any other questions, comments, or concerns that you may have? I did that great of a job. Okay, so who wants to be a founder?
I'd like to address it. I'd like
Okay.
to figure out how to do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it sounds of interest to me.
basically, it's real simple. You just get with me personally. I'll just tell you like this. I'm I'm not asking everybody to make a public commitment. That wasn't my. I was being rhetorical. If you want to take advantage of the 497 for the annual fee, again, let me just reiterate how that works. You will then be put into the group, and I'll help you get your referral link, because when that price goes to the 997, you'll be able to refer others, and when they pay the 997, you will pick up a 33% referral affiliate commission. So that's around $300 and some that PayPal will put right into your PayPal account. Okay, refer 3, yours is free basically. Now, because you only pay the $500, you don't need to refer 3, but that will be an incentive to be able to. You'll be able to earn an affiliate commission on whatever level membership you have committed yourself to. So because I'm allowing you to come in at the 500 or the 497, you will be considered at the $1,000 value. Now, you're also grandfathered. So when the membership rate goes to the 1997, as this becomes more popular and more attractive, and you refer, guess what? Your referral goes up to $600. Now, in August and September, we are planning a group retreat. The group retreat is $59.97. That will be a 1-week retreat where you'll come to St. Petersburg. We'll have a house on the beach that we're renting. You will spend a week. You'll be working with the chef, hands-on, preparing your meals. But as a founder, because you don't have to upgrade and pay the other $500. You just have to pay the difference, and it will be $5,000. However, if you choose to enroll in the group retreat, there's a reduced price on that going right now too. I didn't write that up on I wasn't planning to really go into that, so I didn't write it up on a form. But basically, it's half price as a founder. If you want to register for that retreat, I'll be giving you the dates and so forth later. But you'll be able to come for a week. You'll stay in the retreat, stay in the mansion, food and everything. You'll be exercising. You'll be doing trainings and so forth. You'll get acupuncture. You'll get a body wrapping. You'll get all those different things that we're going to be teaching in the whole membership. And then there's the private retreat. The private retreat is when people are coming to my home individually, and they'll be able to work with me privately. And I just signed the lease on the place, and so I've been talking to an interior designer. We're going to be getting that all set up and decorated very comfortably, like a spa-like environment and so forth within my residence. But people will be able to come on a private retreat, spend a week with me. I will provide their airfare, room and board. My chef will prepare their meals every day. They will work out with me. They'll follow my routines and my schedule. They'll also go to the chiropractor like I go to the chiropractor. They'll get adjustments. They'll get acupuncture. They'll get a massage. They'll get the body wrapping. We'll do the DNA testing. We'll do their blood type. We'll do their, and we'll also do the food allergy testing and so forth. All of that stuff is so important to making sure you have a structured plan. Okay, that's $15,997. Great value because of what you're going to receive out of that and the time you're going to spend. And then you're going to spend 13 weeks of accountability private coaching with me. Because it's not about just making that investment into yourself. We need you following up and walking the walk and doing it, because then I want to put you in a position to be eligible to qualify as a coach. For a whole new me. Because once you've gotten results, This is how we're taking this thing global. We need more people to be able to, because I can only do so much. But then once you've qualified at a certain level, you've invested in yourself, then when you start referring people at that level, then you start earning referrals off of the levels that you've committed to. So I believe in rewarding from within. This is what my personal beliefs are. I'm not trying to hire an outside sales team to go and sell this stuff out, because this is not a commercial. The goals that I have are not about sell, get as many members into this thing. No, I want quality people, and I want members referring members. And if you come to a group retreat, then you can refer someone to a group retreat and pick up an affiliate commission. If you come and work with me privately, then you can refer someone to come work privately, and I will pay you a thank you for doing that, and so forth. However, as founders, there are reduced prices on the private retreat as well. So the reduced price on that's going to be right at around $10,000, $10,997, and then I'll probably be able to work even a little bit of something out with you too. But we're covering all your expenses and so forth. So I just wanted to read, getting these messages that are coming in. So, but tonight the point of it is that the opportunity on the table for you is to be able to take advantage of the 497, being a founding member. I want to work with you all and even critiquing and growing the program even differently, because I will value your opinion. So if you want that, message me. If you want to do that within the next 24 hours, I will give you a private 30-minute coaching session reviewing your plans and what you need to be doing. If not, this needs to be done by the 1st to take advantage of that, or you can come in at the $997 after the 1st, or the $97 a month. It's still a tremendous value for what you're going to be receiving and the value you're going to get overall. I want any questions that you may have. Any further questions? Dr. Tate wants to be a grandfather. Okay. All right. Biggest Loser, going value, coming to your house. Yes. So, I did not want to make this longer than an hour. I'm getting messages with those that are serious. Then I'll follow up with you after the call, and we'll see what level you want to be at, and we'll process everything and get you going. And those that want to join, I'd like to welcome you to A Whole New Me members. You're the first ones. Welcome. This is something brand spanking new, and I am super excited that you took the time out to be a part of this. So if there's no further questions, I'm going to say good night. I'll send you a recording of this, and you can replay it and see what you might have missed.
Sounds good. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.